But the only thing about them is you gotta scroll and if you don't do it fast enough, it's like, oh, it's not on here. So, you can hear me? Can you hear me? So, who we are about to bring to the stage is a two-time success transformation Beachbody Challenge winner. She's a mommy. I'm not going to tell her story for her, but I don't know how hard that is. You got all kind of baby stuff to get lost. It's Amanda Yanik. Come up here now, mama. Y'all see that dress? She came up here with the lace and everything. I feel like important with the lace on. Yes, girl, do it.
But, so before I start talking, I just brought these up because I flew all the way here on my hair down to show you guys. I was going to come out wearing them, but I didn't want to be like inappropriate trying to take them off, so my parents whenever I feel like having a rough day or I really just want to eat like cheeseburger or something, I just put those pants on and like, no. I really don't like it. Alright, so when I was thinking about today, I was trying to decide what I wanted to say, and I am a dining coach, and I have lost weight, which is awesome, but what I really wanted to kind of go back, and I wanted to start with my story, start where it all began, how that happened, and I got to the point where I said, okay, I need to lose weight, I need to sign up for Beachbody. Mainly because you guys out there, you are coaches, your job is to inspire other people. And you may not have 120 pounds to lose, but I did. So maybe something that I say in my story, I'm trying not to cry during my story, maybe that'll help you relate to the challenger who does have a lot of weight to lose. So that's kind of my goal for today. So like you said, I'm a mama. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. I have my amazing husband of 7 years up here in front of me. For y'all who can hear it. So starting out, for as long as I can remember, I have been big. Big. Bigger than all the girls, bigger than all the boys. Tall, big, it's just how I'm built. And it was just always struggle. I'm holding it out for today. I just always felt awkward and uncomfortable in my body. And being a 6-foot-tall woman and struggling with your weight, I've just always felt like the jolly green grind. Someone around and never really fit anywhere. Like being in the airplane yesterday was awesome. I could latch the seatbelt for the first time in a while, so that was pretty cool. But I'm a big person, and instead of owning that and thinking like, wow, I'm a strong woman. Instead of owning it, I let it define me. And year after year after year, I just kept putting on weight. Who am I trying to impress? I have an amazing man who loves me. I don't care. I'm comfortable. I'm healthy, right? No, not really. I wasn't. So 2012 is kind of where my journey began. I was 25, and after 25 years of bad habits, waking, being lazy, just complete inactivity, I was at my heaviest. I could barely walk up a flight of stairs without getting winded. My blood pressure was high. I felt awful. And you know, it's funny because instead of taking that feeling and losing weight and trying to get healthy, all I could think about were babies. I wanted babies. I wanted lots of them. I wanted like kids running all around. And it was hard because my husband was in med school, so he was gone all the time. So I just sat at home and I pinned recipes and I pinned things I was going to do today. But mostly I pinned nursery ideas and baby clothes ideas and baby shoots and anything I could find I pinned about babies. I had baby fever bad. And for those of you who may have felt it or familiar or whatever, it is strong and it is innate and it is powerful and that's all I could think about. And I sat there and I ate and I pinned and I ate and I pinned for 4 years and I kept gaining weight. And went to the doctor August 27th, 2012, where the baby is going to be coming. too much oxygen or whatever, maybe part of it. It was horrible. I was completely shattered. And what was most frustrating is that I did it to myself. I put myself in that position. The thing I wanted more than anything in the world, I couldn't do because I had betrayed my body. And I was just devastated. And it was hard because all my friends were having families, and that's all I wanted. And so, plan of action, 10% of my body weight, gone by the end of the year. I had August to December, and then going back for retesting. If that didn't help, I was to start fertility treatments. Well, life has a funny way of throwing twists at you. 3 weeks later, after joining the gym and starting to feel a little better, and like, okay, I have a plan. This is what I'm going to do about it. I fell down a flight of stairs at work, severely sprained my left ankle, and shattered my right leg. Completely shattered. So I was a mess. I mean, I was out of work. I sat at home in a wheelchair with 2 casts. Couldn't walk for 3 months. I lost my job. It was a very rough point in my life. So I'd already been struggling with weight. Then throw in an injury, and I don't know if any of you have been injured before, but it was horrible. My body was in so much pain, and I just the thought of, okay, well, the doctor said lose weight and you can have children. Well, I can't lose weight if I'm sitting in a wheelchair for 3 months. So it was just this downward spiral, and I was depressed. And it's hard for me to say that because I consider myself a very upbeat and positive person. My parents always tease me because I'm so energetic and happy and bubbly, and it's hard for me to admit that I had a very hard few months in there. Because I really pride myself in trying to spread joy and positivity and not looking down the negative. But it was hard. It was so hard. I was so unhealthy and so unhappy. And honestly, like, pretty much unable to do anything. I just sat in a wheelchair for 3 months. And again, life has this crazy twist. While I was in the wheelchair, I found out I was pregnant. Honestly, I was floored, and doing that, found out. It actually was just a few days after that after pregnant, so I'm not really sure what they were talking about. And so it was a whole crazy whirlwind adventure. This was my firstborn. But I mean, as you can see, I just relearned how to walk at that point when I was that pregnant, and I was sore and swollen and uncomfortable. And you think after having my first sweet, healthy baby boy, who's great, and feeling the way I felt, awful, and then to add an injury on top of it, that would be the moment where I'd be like, okay, Amanda, it's time, like, get healthy for your kid, let's do this. No, still didn't sink in, and that's something you need to remember when you're trying to push your calendar, and you're like, you gotta do it. You also have to let them realize they have to do it, because you can't push someone until it clicks in their head, until they realize they can do it. You can't push them. And you have to just kind of give them the tools, give them the guidance, give them the assistance as much as you can, but at some point you have to step off a little bit because they need it to click in their own head. And it took me a long time for that to click. So let's fast forward a little. 2015, 3 years, we moved 3 times. I had 2 babies, and my eating habits just got worse. It turned into like a downward spiral of pizza and sitting on the couch and watching TV, and I had no energy, and I had 2 kids, 19 months apart. So I don't know if any of you ever have babies that close together, but holy cow, I was a hot mess. Mentally, physically, I was all over. It was a rough time period, and I did nothing to make myself feel better, nothing, because I was so focused on my husband and his new job and our new house and my babies that I just got swallowed up in this horrible cycle. And, I started to feel ashamed. I would go to the store and I'd want to buy a shirt. And I'd kind of go through all the sizes and I'd get to 5X, and I was like, I don't know if it's going to fit. Got to the point where I didn't even shop in stores. I had to start buying things online. I was 360 pounds-ish. I think I kind of stopped weighing myself at that point, honestly, so who knows where it got to. And I was ashamed. I was so ashamed of myself. I was ashamed to go to the grocery store because my cart was full And I was cute, like people would look at my car and I'd be like, oh, can I kind of run away? Because I didn't want them to see what was in it. It was embarrassing. And just walking down the street, I would have never done anything like this. Walking down the street, I was embarrassed to go out in public because I was like, jiggling and like I'm out of breath and I'm sweating. I didn't feel good. I felt horrible, and that is not my personality. I like to be out and go do things, but I didn't have the energy to do it. And when I did have the energy, when I managed to muster that, and by drinking a million Mountain Dews, I go out and I feel awful and embarrassed and ashamed, and it was horrible. And you know, you think at this point again, I would have been like, hey, you feel awful. You have to be, let's do something about it. No. It took me until my oldest son turned 2. It was after the day of his birthday party to say, okay, Amanda, you gotta stop. You have to stop. It was the day of his birthday party. It was May 15th, so last year, he turned 2. We had about 50 people coming to the party. I got to the venue a couple hours early. I was setting up. And, I had tables and chairs to move around. I was by myself. And, I was there maybe an hour. And I was sweating. And I was huffing and puffing. And I was sore. And my leg had ballooned up. And I felt awful. And the party hadn't even started yet. No one was even there. And I was like, oh, I can't do this. And I was so mad at myself. Here, I'm 28 years old. And I can't even move some tables around. I could barely just walk around and socialize with the family. I ended up sitting like on that patio for a while, letting people come to me because I was so tired. So that night, laying on the couch, I had my foot up and my knees was hurting, and I was mad, and I was swollen and hot and sweaty and miserable. And I was scrolling through pictures. So mad. Instead of looking at the pictures and seeing my beautiful 2-year-old boy and my little baby and my cousin and my family, I looked at this. And I was disgusted. I was mad, and I was disgusted. This outfit I had just bought that week, and it was like the biggest size the store had, and I was crammed into the pants, and I thought I looked okay that morning. I looked at the pictures, and I'm like, gosh, why did I let myself get to this movie? When did that happen? And I finally, thank God, had that moment where it clicked. It clicked, and it said, I can't let it go on. It's done. This is my moment. I'm done. I downloaded a calorie tracker app, and I was doing that, and I knew what to do. I had done it 100 times. I lost 20 pounds and gave it back, and lost 20 and gave it back. And so I knew what to do, and I started doing it, and I felt good. I'm like, all right, and I was still kind of like, I don't know, like, still in the back of my mind is a little voice, like, I'm gonna get it all back. It's gonna happen again. You're gonna waste your money, you're gonna waste your time, you're gonna get it all back and be right where you started. And I just couldn't figure out how to keep going. I needed something else. And my aunt reached out to me, she's my coach. And when she first said, like, hey, you should try Beachbody. I have all these ideas, all these tools and things for you to use. And I was like, first off, I just lost like 25 pounds. You know that, right? I did that on my own. And I was really offended. And when you have something, I think you all probably realize that you have something that you're sensitive about and you don't feel comfortable about, and then someone confronts you on it and you get offended. And I was offended. I was still so overweight, still had so much to go. And I was mad. I was like, what is she thinking? We're going to have a beach body? She's like, I'm not going to be out on the beach anytime soon, for sure. Like, I'm not about to New York, number 1. And number 2, I'm not going to the beach. And so I honestly, I was defensive. I was like, not going to happen. So, I actually wrote on I'm a big to-do list person, like I encourage my organization, so I wrote on my list, cancel Beachbody coach. And so that was my to-do list right there from last August, so a year ago. And as you can see, it's not crossed out. And I'm now a diamond coach, which I'm happy. I'm proud that I'm a diamond coach, but I'm working with that have signed up, not necessarily hearing back, but just anything that have worked with 100 people. then because of that, I get to tell so many other people too. I just love it. It's amazing. So my aunt asked me to sign up. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. So my aunt asked me to sign up. I said, well, $140 on promotion, whatever, see what happens. And the voices in my back of my head were like, I don't know, like you failed before, $140, you know, you're on one income, I say, oh my boys, Amanda, I don't know. And I did it. And I'm the type of person that if I'm going to do something, I do all 110%. I'm going to do, you know, well, I'm just going to try. I did it. So I did it. First round, 17 pounds. I kicked butt. I was so proud. But honestly, at that point, I didn't even really care what the numbers on the scale were saying. Oh yeah, so there's my report. That's the one I started, but that's all. I was kind of nervous about this one. That was actually a year ago yesterday.
Wow.
But more than the 17 pounds that I lost that first round was that I gained this like crazy passion and desire in me that I hadn't had in a very long time. Being a stay-at-home mom, I didn't really have like anything. I was super like I want to stay home with my baby before I want to attack. But I didn't really have anything that I was like, oh my god, this is so bad. And then when I signed up as a coach and as a discount coach, which was part of it, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I think I actually like really want to coach. I think I want to do this. And it's just been this crazy whirlwind of a journey. You know, I started, I don't even know what size I was at that point, but I'm in a 16 right now, so I'm working on it. So. The first thing is that, like, yeah, okay, I want to be blood known. That was awesome. I want to again. I'm not done. I'm still going. So this Carl Deichler shared this photo, and I seriously think it was so hard when he shared that on this. I was so excited. But, and you know, everyone always asks how I did it. How did you do it? And okay, let's be technical. I did 5 rounds of the fix, and then I did 30 days of challenge du jour. I've done hammer and chisel. I've done size. I've done 21 days of extreme, 22-minute hardcore. Pretty much once it comes out, I buy it and do it. And they're awesome. Every single one of them, I love them. I will continue doing them. I'm counting down the days till Tour de Force. I can't wait. And I just can't get enough about how much each body changed my life. But how did I get it? And people want like a magic pill or a magic fix. I say, well, it's only 21 days, but I have to remind them to take 21 days, but then your life isn't over. And you know, you have these tools you go with, and that's what I try to explain to people, that it's not a quick fix. It doesn't just happen and it's over and it's done, great job, and it's never going to come back. But that's why I love Beachbody, because it provides everyone with the tools to continue going, which is what I needed. I needed something to structure my life, and it was fantastic. You know, honestly, another reason why I did it, I'm stubborn. I am like bullheaded, stubborn to the core. I'm a bud. Like I said, I do things 100%. And like I said, people need to make up their mind to do it. They need to say, okay, this is what I'm doing. Change your mind, change your mindset, and get it done. And you know, don't get me wrong, I'm not my goal. I'm not where I want to be. And this is something I kind of have a hard time with right now, because I feel like I work so hard and I have all these before and after photos and I have this story, but I'm still going. And sometimes it's a struggle. So I'm like, oh, balance, right? Balance. I can eat that pizza and then work out tomorrow. It's no big deal. But it's not about fitting your dress or numbers on the scale, although I do love the numbers we do. But it's more importantly, it's about just how you feel. Like, it's just walking around and not being out of breath. And Lima Back visited where we got married this year. So I think that's about an 85, 90 pound difference between when we got married. And then this is just last week, it was our 7-year anniversary. And I was like, hey, I can walk around the yard and not be sweating. Like, I remember my wedding day, I was like, oh God, I'm so tired. I have to walk over to the gazebo to take a picture, I don't know. And this day, I'm going to run all around, taking pictures, and it's just amazing the energy difference and how great you feel once you start taking your body back, you know, into your own control. And you know what? I'm not done. I consider myself a work in progress as well as a masterpiece, which is hard. It's a hard mentality to keep, and this is my little quote. That's not mine, obviously, but I found it interesting. It's just exactly how I feel right now. But I don't think it's just me. I think every single one of you, you are all a masterpiece because you're here, because you always doing 10-minute abs with me in the morning and wanting to wear mommy's workout clothes and you know, they eat hummus. Like, what 3-year-old, 1-year-old like hummus? So it's really amazing. I mean, a year ago, I was pre-diabetic and my blood work was horrible. And then I got a call from my doctor after my last physical this year, and she told me to look at my blood work. She's like, I was floored. I had to call you personally and tell you how proud I am. So it's just, so, you know, as I close, I'd like to thank, obviously, Atlanta our marketing council. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for bringing me down here to talk. I feel like completely honored. I can't even get over that this is my life right now. It's kind of crazy, but I just want to let you all know that you can do it. And if you don't need to lose 125 pounds, that's obviously understandable, but maybe you know someone that does, and that you can inspire, and that you can reach out to and tell them, like, look, I saw someone walk, she did it. If she can do it and get off her butt and stop eating pizza, then you can do it. And you just have to make up your mind, just decide and let it click and just do it. Don't think about it, don't question it, and every day you're going to have to change and adapt to a new situation and just do it. You know, and you may not be there tomorrow, you may not be there in a week, but as long as you know you will get there, that's the important part.